Hello friends, and thank you for joining the StoreHippo webinar. So in this webinar, we will cover the topic how to grow your business online. I am your host Rajiv Kumar, and with me is Rohin Mittal from AdYogi.
Hi friends.
So you are all here because either you want to start an online business or you have an existing business that you want to grow further. You do not have to be a StoreHippo customers to benefit from this webinar. And this webinar is intended from beginners to people who already are running their online business. In this webinar, we will cover primarily these 5 sections. So in the first one, we will cover e-commerce potential. So this is to address the question like why you should go online. In the next section, we will try to address those customers or those users who are skeptical about this overall online thingy or whether this is the right choice for them or not. In the third section, we will cover like how easy it is to go online. In the last 2 sections, we will mainly cover how you can promote and expand your online business. Let's cover the first section, which is e-commerce potential. So I must say that going online is not one of the options. It is the only option. Now this chart shows the downfall of major US retailers in the last decade from 2006 to 2016. And as you can see, they're all bleeding badly. The red numbers here shows like they suffered heavy losses in the last decade against their online competitors. Now, Indian market is set to follow the trend, and to support that argument or that fact, let me share this graph with you. So in this chart, as you can see, from 2014 to 2017, the number of digital buyers in India have grown 3 times. That is like 3 times in less than 3 years. And that pattern is going to continue for as long as like 2030 and beyond. Now, some of you might be concerned about the latest news that mentions the struggle of top e-commerce marketplaces. So how they are spending insane amount of money on marketing and still not getting profitable. Now the question remains whether it was e-commerce that failed them or their flawed policies. But e-commerce in India is set to grow, as you can see in this graph. So from 2008 to 2030, so there will be 100 times growth. Now during this journey, some players might fade away while some new players will come in, but e-commerce in general is an exponential growth path. The problems that you currently see with few players are merely the teething problems of a growing e-commerce industry. Now it is not only about potential, it is also about timing. So e-commerce had potential even 10 years ago, but the market was not ready then. The factors were not favorable, but now is the right time and there are many factors that has contributed for this favorable environment. So these are few of the points that helped. The online payment process has become simpler and cheaper. So 10 years ago, like a credit card processing would cost you maybe 6% of your total sale. Now it has come down to as low as like maybe 1.5%. And with wallets, it has gone down further. Now, penetration of smartphones and internet has also done its bit and has brought online shopping within reach of masses. Now, the third point is with big wigs and big marketplaces spending huge amount of money on marketing and customer awareness, people have greater trust and confidence in online shopping. The recent popularity of payment wallets have also helped, and it has eased the process of online shopping, making it easier for both merchants as well as buyers. Now, for those who have not gone online, I wonder like what took you so long. So did you face any challenge, or some of the myths about e-commerce held you back? So in this section, we will try to look at some of the common challenges faced by e-commerce entrepreneurs, and we will try to address them one by one. So I have faced e-commerce entrepreneurs often face these basic questions. So their concerns are like, first concern is like, I need to be technical to run an online business. Otherwise, like, why would these big marketplaces need like hundreds of people to run their site? Second is like, I need good amount of money. Otherwise, these players would not need like millions of dollars in funding. Third is like, shipping is expensive and cumbersome. Fourth is like, people do not buy like what that they cannot feed. So we will go through each of those points and try to address them. So first point, you don't need to be technical to run an online business. With StoreHippo, you can set up your online store in less than 5 minutes. And we will illustrate that in next section. And you don't need any technical knowledge whatsoever. So without any coding requirement, you can design and manage your online store. You neither need like a huge amount of money to run it. Just with 1500 rupees per month, you can have a fully hosted and managed online store in StoreHippo. And there are no hidden charges. Now, for the shipping, StoreHippo has integrated turnkey solution, which does not require any setup cost. With this integrated solution, you can use 12 domestic and international logistics providers to ship across 15,000 pin codes for as low as 27 rupees per 500 gram. To illustrate my fourth point, I will go through some examples in the subsequent slides. But to counter that, you need to provide as much information about the product as possible. So, for example, if it is apparel, then you might want to show the size chart because your customers might come in different sizes. So, to make them comfortable and to make them an informed decision, so you can show a size chart like this. You also need to use like big and illustrative images that helps customers get confidence on the product. So you can show the you can zoom in the features, you can show the details of the material, which makes it easier for customers to decide on the product. Apart from illustrative images, you can also put videos that shows the product from different angles. Also, customer reviews are also very helpful because customers make up their mind by looking at the favorable reviews, and negative reviews are also equally important. Now, how to get started? So I mentioned in my previous slide that it takes like less than 5 minutes. So in this section, we will quickly go through and create an online store in StoreHippo. So for that, you just need to go to StoreHippo site, enter your email ID, and click on Get Started. So it will require few additional information from you, which requires like store name, and your store is ready. And this is the dashboard for your store. In the dashboard, it will ask you to select your default currency, language, the countries that you serve, and few other information. Now, once you have done that, you can see the dashboard, you can see different sections. So the demo comes pre-populated with few products, and you are feel free to import your products in bulk or add products individually. So this is the default theme that comes with your new demo store, and we provide a easy to use design tool for you to quickly configure your store. So you can use a simple drag and drop feature to put the banners on your store. Let us do that quickly. And you click on save and you are set to go. See, I mean, it is so easy to create an online store. So, and you don't need any technical knowledge. So, but your store is not complete without mobile apps. So the recent study tells us, or our data that we mine from our existing customers clearly tells us that more than 70% of the customers are buying using online mobile devices. So if your customers are buying from mobile devices, you need to have a strong presence on mobile devices. So StoreHippo is the first e-commerce platform which is built using a mobile-first progressive web architecture. And mobile apps are built-in functionality in StoreHippo. You do not require any extra coding to create your mobile apps, and they work seamlessly. So congratulations. So by the mere act of going online, you have taken a great leap towards success. So you have widened your audience from local to global. You have reduced your cost of business by avoiding physical presence. You have pledged not to give huge commissions to marketplaces. You have given your brand an omni-channel presence. And above all, you have protected yourself against the downfall of physical commerce. Now, so far, so good. You have a nice store, you have beautiful products, but how to get the customers to your store and how to start making money. So let's come to the core of this webinar, which is like how to grow and promote your store. Now, promoting your store can be done in two ways. One is organically, which is a slow but effective process where you don't need huge investment, but it requires time, of course. And the second is if you want like quick returns, so that is the paid marketing, and there are very effective paid marketing tools nowadays. So we will cover both of them in this section. So going step by step, first we will cover like what are the tools that you can use to grow organically. So to grow organically, omni-channel is the key, and that is the must if you want to grow organically. So your brand must have a strong presence on different social media channels. Nowadays, your customers search for your brand everywhere. So an omni-channel presence for your brand not only boosts your brand reputation, but they are also effective tools for lead generation and engaging with your customers. Now, after social media presence, you need to focus on content. Then content is king, and it is very essential if you want to grow online organically. Search engine loves content, and for growing organically, your search engine ranking is very important. You need to create original, informative, and engaging content to pull the customers to your store, and that will drive your traffic. Now, if you see here, you must set up a blog for your online store if you want to grow organically. So as you can see from this image, blog content has highest shelf life among different modes of content marketing. Good blog posts not only increase customer engagement, but they are very powerful tools for SEO. Now, StoreHippo offers a comprehensive blog engine as part of the platform. So you can manage your blogs, and all the built-in themes support blog pages. And we also provide like the RSS feed blog that you can use on different blogging tools like Blogger and all. Now you must enable SSL on your store. Google and other search engines have started giving very high weightage to the sites that are SSL enabled compared to those who don't. Now SSL also boosts customer confidence into your site because your customers are putting in their personal sensitive information. Now, StoreHippo offers free SSL to all the stores under all plans. Now, apart from these, there are few techniques that you must follow if you want a strong search engine optimization. So, Google and other search engines gives a lot of weightage to online SEO. So, these are the few common techniques that you can follow to have your store SEO enabled. I will just run through these one by one. So, you need to follow a clean URL schema. You should have a proper sitemap of the site. You should support microdata, so search engines can get the organized data. You should use keywords that you want to target in page titles and description wherever relevant. Also, you should use like page headings according to the importance of your customer of your content. You should also add descriptive alt tags for your images because search engines might not read images, but they will read the context by using the alt tags. Now avoid duplicate content. So for that, like you can use 301 redirects and canonical URLs. So this might sound a bit technical to those like who are new, and maybe if somebody is already familiar with SEO, then this will look very familiar to them. But you don't have to worry about it. StoreHippo follows all these practices as part of the platform. So you do not have to spend time optimizing your site for online SEO. So apart from those, there are few other tools that you can use to engage customers. And so one is the recent functionality that has been rolled out and that is supported by different browsers is browser push notifications. So you can use browser push notifications to notify your customers of different offers that you have. And browser push notifications recently have seen like very high conversion rates. So StoreHippo provide like integrated notifications which covers all different modes, which includes like email, SMS, mobile push notification and browser push notifications. Now you should also use mailers to reach out to your customers and potential customers. So through mailers, you can give them hot offers, you can make them aware about your product features, you can cross-sell, upsell your products. So the well-designed mailers also leads to better conversions and have very good ROI. So StoreHippo allows you to segment your customers and also sync them with popular mailing platforms like SendGrid and MailChimp. So that is all pre-built into StoreHippo platform. So these are the different things that we covered under like organic marketing. Of course, there are more, but I think for this purpose of this webinar, we will restrict to like a limited set of tools. So now, after organic marketing, we will go to paid marketing. So I will hand over to Rohin from Adyogi, who will guide you through this section. Rohin.
Thank you, Rajiv. Guys, I'll take you through some very basic points of paid marketing. Just creating a website will not ensure that you get business and traffic on your website. Marketing is a very essential component of that. And increasingly, paid marketing with all the tools and social networking sites is becoming a very desirable platform to get ROI on your advertising spends. Let me just address the two of the biggest players in the market first. One is Facebook ads, the other one is Google ads. I'm sure everybody would have heard of these two players. Now, every platform has its unique limitations and unique advantages. What you need to understand very carefully is how strong is that platform or how relevant is that platform to attract your audience and to give you higher returns on the spends. Please don't fall into the trap of one website getting a sales from, let's say platform A. Then that platform A would work for your products as well. Both the platforms have their strengths. I'll come to the top areas why what you should consider before spending anything on these two platforms. So just an example of how the ads look in Google. Let's say you search something, you put your keywords or whatever related words that you have to put, and as per the words, you get some ads. You can see a small ad button written there, men's shirts, and a small ad button written there, just to show that these are sponsored ads. Now, this is Google, and these are called PLA ads. Typically, work better for e-commerce websites who are dealing in products. The moment you search something, you'll get 6 ads, which look like probably something on your screen, and these directly take you to the product page. So it becomes easier for the user to check out the products right at the search and then go onto the website and convert from there. So these are most popular ads on Google which are giving good returns. Then right now the where the trend is moving is Facebook is getting a very big market share of the display ads. This is a sample display ad for Facebook. You can see a small sponsored button which denotes that it's a paid ad, and this is a Delhi airport ad. The advantage of Facebook ads is that the size of the ad is pretty big and it gels very well within the user's Facebook wall. So a bigger sized real estate ad would always mean it is very tough to ignore the ad, and that's why you have a better click rate on the ads. The more the click rate, the more traffic on your website, and finally, if you see through the sales funnel, your conversion finally is a percentage of how many people come onto your website. So Facebook ads are very effective in getting you a good click rate. This is a Facebook post which is kind of organic. This post goes to everybody who is an official fan of your Facebook page, or if you do it individually, on to all your friends and families. Now, how do you measure ROI? Every platform has its unique sets of targeting parameters, reach, and then what kind of retargeting options are there on each platform. But single most important factor for you to evaluate any platform is what kind of returns do you get from that platform. In simple terms, you can measure your returns through terms like CPA or CPS. CPA is cost per acquisition or cost per sale. How much do you spend for effecting one sale on your website will define what kind of platform you should go for. So for example, if you are selling a product worth 1500 rupees at a cost of 300 rupees, so that means your CPA or CPS is 300 and your ROI is exactly 500%, which is a good number to go by in this industry. And the ROI will also be a factor of multiple options in this multiple levels in the sales funnel. So for example, a typical sales funnel in paid marketing is that you serve an ad to your targeted user. A person clicks on the ad, he comes to your website, views 2, 3, 4, 5 products on your website. If he's interested, adds something to the cart, makes the payment, and then goes to an order page or a thank you page. So at every step, there's a huge dropout in the sales funnel. What a smart marketer should know and what he should do is effectively see the checkpoints of these dropouts and make sure that we retarget these dropouts with a very relevant product so that they can come back to the website and make the purchase. One of the commonly used terms in this market, in the e-commerce space, is remarketing. I'm sure whenever you would have searched for Delhi to Mumbai flights on any travel site like Make My Trip or Expedia, you would have started seeing those Delhi to Mumbai tickets anywhere and everywhere where you go online. So that is effectively a remarketing ad. Now what StoreHippo or and AdYogi platform provides you is a dynamic product retargeting. You just don't get remarketed by that website or the brand. You also get remarketed on the basis of the products that you've seen and on the basis of the category in which you were interested. So that helps to convert customers little bit faster and at a lower cost. Every platform has their own remarketing engines, every platform has their own remarketing pixel. You don't have to worry about the technical stuff, it's all integrated within the AdYogi and StoreHippo panel. But one thing what I would like to emphasize is your conversions on the website or ROI on the website will also depend upon the quality of your website. We've done extensive testing with StoreHippo websites in terms of uploading speeds, product pages, payment checkout process, user flow when person comes onto the website, and mobile compatibility because majority of your traffic gets driven from mobile. So we've taken care of all the backend stuff. We've made sure and StoreHippo team has made sure that the sites are very conducive for any sort of user experience in the e-commerce space, and we've been successfully working with their clients for 3 to 7x kind of returns. As the data grows over time, it's a completely data analytics platform. Your returns get optimized, and you move from a 5x to 6x and 6x to 8x quarter on quarter basis. I'll probably stop at this moment, and I'll be happy to take any advanced queries if you have or any customized queries that you have. And I'll hand over the stage again to Rajiv for taking you through the remaining slides. Thank you.
Thank you, Rohan, and thank you for elaborating on the paid marketing tools. So these are very helpful even to me. So now you have your customers. Now you have your loyal customers. You have gained a significant market share in the product category that you have, and you have made your brand recognized. Now, what next? How do you take it from there and maybe make it a global brand, or maybe switch to an hyper growth mode where you can grow further? So to grow into hyper growth, like you need to maybe adapt more features or add more features to your store. So you should support like multiple currencies, so people in different geographies can buy products in their local currency. And you should offer the content in different languages so people feel connected when they see the content in their local language. You should also support international payment gateways so people can pay through the payment method of their choice, and you should use international shipping methods to deliver the products. Now, StoreHippo provides comprehensive support for you to go global. So you can manage like different currencies. So if you go to the admin panel and if you go to the settings, so from there you can manage like different currencies easily. So for example, in this store, there are 3 currencies, so you can configure that. And you can also control like how the currency conversion should happen, whether you want to enter manual rates or you want to use an automated rate API. I mean, it is both are supported. And if you can see the storefront, so the different currencies appear and the rates changing dynamically, the product rates. Same with the languages. So you can add as many languages as you want, and the multilingual functionality works out of the box. So the default mode is automatic translation. So your content is automatically translated, but you can always turn on the manual mode and have a more granular control over the translations. Now, StoreHippo supports more than 30 domestic and international payment gateways, so that your customers always have something that they are comfortable paying with. We also support like store variants where you can define different payment methods depending on geography or origin of the customer. StoreHippo supports like international shipping method as parts of its shipping solution, Ship Karo, and you can use those to ship your products to international clients. Now, another thing is with your store, if you have the products only belonging to your brand, then I mean that is working well if customers needs only those kind of products. But if you invite more sellers to sell their products on the store, then it will have two benefits. One, your store product range will improve. So customers will have a bigger, wider range of products to choose from. Second, your sellers will act as your promoters. So they will market your store on your behalf. So StoreHippo provides a comprehensive multi-seller functionality, and that is part of the core platform. So you can create a full functional multi-seller platform like Amazon, Flipkart, and with StoreHippo. So there you can manage sellers, their ledgers, the order is automatically split, the notifications are sent to the sellers and admins, the invoices are configured to support multi-seller. So all these are part of StoreHippo platform. Now you need to provide targeted content. So as your customer base grows to different geographies, so you might want to configure the product trains for a particular geography. For example, for a particular location, you might want to highlight certain products. Some products might not be available in some locations. So using StoreHippo multi-store feature, you can have different sub-stores for different locations. You can also create sub-stores based on the product range. So with a multi-store, you can have like multiple stores within the single store. So with this, we will end the webinar here, and I hope all this information is useful to you, and you will probably use one or more of this information to grow your store online. So we will be happy to take questions. So you can write to us at reach@storehippo.com, or you can visit us at www.storehippo.com for more information about the StoreHippo platform and features. So thank you for joining this webinar, and we look forward to have you as the audience for another seminar, another webinar. Yeah, thank you.